Good morning, channel, and welcome back to a different kind of video. This is more of like a vlog type thing. Today I am going to be getting on and recording some videos, trying to get some things ready to be pumped out on the channel. But I figured for maybe the start of this, I got to run out to the airplane hangar, drop off some parts, maybe grab a coffee, I don't know. So maybe this might be something you guys all want to roll with me on. I don't know. I figure we'll give it a shot and kind of see what you guys think. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it in the comments below. I'll be sure to try and answer them, as many as I possibly can. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. Alright, we are driving out to the hangar right now. It's not really a bad day. It's only 44 degrees outside today. It's supposed to warm back up though. It doesn't normally stay cold here for like too long. But I haven't been out to the hangar in, man, month and a half, something like that. So it'll be kind of cool to get out, check on the plane, kind of do a little walk around. It's taken apart right now. We've got some work we got to get done to it and stuff. So, but like I said, this is kind of a different type of video. Just kind of, you know, talking to you guys about what I normally do outside of the whole video game world and stuff. About a year ago, we ended up moving out of Oregon and coming to, sorry about the sun there, coming to Arizona. Basically for the better weather. There was family here. And all in all, it just kind of seemed like the right choice. Since I've gotten here, I've been through a lot since I've gotten here. We moved here. When we moved here, I lived in a hotel for 2 months, something like that. Maybe even longer, actually, until I was able to, you know, find some work here and stuff. The moving here was just kind of like you know, I got to get out of here. You know, I kind of sold everything and we dropped everything and we moved. And when we moved here, I was actually married. Getting here, after being here, some things went down. You know, long story short, I ended up getting divorced, which is okay. You know, it's okay because in the end, it was probably the best decision anyway. What the hell is this bus doing? So yeah, that was a long process. I was very drawn out. It was not very fun. For those of you that know what it's like to go through something like that, you can understand, I'm sure. I'm trying to do this without having the sun right here in the picture. It's kind of hard. But anyway, you know, we've been here about a year now. Gonna be looking at moving into a new place. Not really in the position to buy a house yet, so. But I don't need all of the room that I have in the house that I'm in. So we're going to go ahead and relocate. When I say we, me and my dog, and I have a roommate also. That's story for later. But anyway, we're going to go out here, do a little walk around the plane. I'll kind of show you guys what I've done to it. Kind of explain what's in the future for it and stuff like that. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any, you know, anything you want to say, please put it down in the comments. If you guys like videos like this, you guys have questions you want answered, I'll be happy to answer them. Leave them down in the comments, and maybe we'll do another video like this. If you like this video, let's get this video to, I don't know, 100 likes, and I'll do another little vlog and kind of show you guys some other stuff. This is a really cool place that I live. a lot of history here as far as back in the old Indian days and cowboy days and stuff, and I wouldn't mind showing you guys around there, maybe doing some hiking or taking the trucks out off-roading a little bit and kind of show you guys some of the outback around here. So yeah, just like I said, leave it in the comments and we will try and get back with you guys as soon as we can. So we will continue this drive. We are almost there, and I will see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, that's a fun little drive. I mean, it doesn't take super long, but it takes a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and hop up in here. It's been a long time, excuse me, since I've been here. So it'll be kind of cool to see where, to see Old Straight Tail again. Okay, so this is where I was spending a lot of my time. So this is the Straight Tail. We definitely are getting some work done to it. This place is definitely a mess. I gotta do some stuff around here to get it cleaned up. So let's do a quick walk around here, and yeah, I'll go from there. All right, guys. So I'll go ahead and kind of fill you in on what's been going on here. So this airplane is a 1956 Cessna 150 Straight Tail. There's a lot of mixed rumors about this plane on when it went from a straight tail to a slant tail. A lot of people say this was the last year that it went with a straight tail, but a lot of people say that that's not right. So me personally, I don't know. I've seen a lot of different ones with straight tails that I'm like, huh. But this is the E model. It's got the Continental 0200A, 100 horse. Not too bad. It does normally produce a lot of power. I'm 160 pounds and it flies me really just fine. But in the last like 6 months, I noticed that it wasn't producing full power. I was spinning about 2350 RPM, and normal wide opens normally about 25, 26, give or take. But it was still flying okay, and it wasn't missing or anything. Mags checked out okay. Fuel pressure was pretty good. I mean, it's all gravity fed and all that, but anyway, finally, when I got it here to Arizona, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and strip this thing down. Let's go ahead and go through it with a fine tooth comb, and so I ended up doing a new paint job. So that took some time. And I'll put a little collage thing up right now so you all can then see kind of what I've done. So check it out. So not too bad. It went from, you know, definitely looking way different to where it is now. So, which turned out pretty cool. But I have done a lot of upgrades, and I'll go over that and I'll show you guys that here in just a minute. But anyway, when I did a compression check, Each cylinder was showing about 78, 79 over 80, which is good, except for cylinder 2. I was getting 10 pounds over 80, and I was hearing air coming out other places of the engine. So I did a borescope. It doesn't look like anything's wrong with the cylinder wall, but I went ahead and we ordered a new Millennium full cylinder package. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the whole cylinder. Everything else on the engine looks good. Bolts are good. Rust compressions are good. Magnetos are good. Plugs are brand new. I've got tons of new stuff for this thing. New tires. But it's actually this is the one giving us some problems. So every time we were pulling the bottom plug was full of gunk. You can see that we've got some stuff around the head here. Now, O200s, they are notorious for leaking a little bit of oil. They are notorious for that, but shockingly enough, this plane does not lose very much oil at all. But again, it's been since before the divorce and stuff that I've actually been out here to really work on it. This ended up doing, all the new paint and everything. Turned out actually really pretty. I'm really happy with it. Definitely a different kind of look. I'm gonna end up changing the style of the end number. I ended up not being a huge fan of that. As far as upgrades, so the normal 150s come with just the red and green wingtip lights, the nav lights. But I went ahead and we upgraded. So I cut off the tips here where the old lights used to be. I got these ones, and then I re-carbon fibered the wingtip, reshaped it, all that good stuff, repainted it, and then I added these guys. I'm drawing a blank on what they call these lights again. Anyway, it's got a wingtip light, strobe light, and nav, and those I ended up doing on both sides. Let me see. The interior's not bad. Sorry if you guys can't really see much. The seats are in pretty good shape. I added an ELT, added some new carpet. Unfortunately, when I got the plane, there were some of the plastic pieces of the interior missing, especially up along the sides here. I've got the plastic pieces for covering the vents. I'm gonna be looking at getting some new strips and stuff. I do have all the paneling. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing some work on it. So little bits here and there. I ended up redoing the glare shield with some new carpet. It ended up turning out pretty nice here. Got the door panels. I'm doing some new door seals. Let me see. The wings are pretty good. Oh God, spider webs everywhere. As you can see, there was some overspray, which that'll all be changed. So like I said, still tons of stuff to do to it. I've got some new antennas for it. And I actually did my pilot's license in this airplane. So I know this thing flies very well. It's a very beautiful plane. It handles really nice. Unfortunately, when I'm done with all the upgrades, the remodeling, and getting the annual freshly done and stuff, I will be probably posting this airplane for sale. So I have all the logs from back in 1964. I think I told you guys that, in 1964 straight tail. Back from when it had its very first test flight. So I've got everything from its first test flight all the way to where it's at now. I've put probably, I want to say maybe 30 hours or so on this plane, between finishing my flight stuff and all of that. However, as a recommendation from me personally, and you guys can really take it however you want, a lot of people have asked me, what do I recommend? Do I recommend getting a plane to do my license or using a school? For me, I started with a school and I was using their rental. It can be pretty cost effective. It can be, no, I don't want to say cost effective. That's the wrong term. It can be kind of costly doing it that way. However, if you use your own plane, you might save a little money, but in the end, you're going to end up spending probably a little more, because you got to think of, you know, how airplanes are flown when you're first beginning. So these airplanes are made for training, such as people, you know, how do I word this? For me, it was more cost effective. I grew up in a family of aviators. It's just kind of what I know. So for me, learning, there was a lot less wear and tear. There was a lot less, I know a lot more than probably most people do that are just starting out. I do highly recommend that I highly recommend you guys should probably try and fly. It's really the greatest thing ever. Would I want to do it for a job? No, not really. But when you're using a school aircraft, those airplanes are kind of beat up from people, you know, hard landings, skidding on the runway, things like that. And they're made for that because they're technically trainers. I've also been asked, you know, why don't you use it to travel? Well, for those of you that are pilots and understand this, Cessna 150s, they're not a powerhouse. They're not something that you can comfortably get into and fly across the United States. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. Is it recommended? Really? No, because they're very slow. They are good on fuel, and I'm sure a lot of you that do have 150s love taking it cross country. But believe it or not, the seats in this one hurt my back so bad I couldn't do that. To answer your question, to travel in them, yes, you can travel. Would I recommend traveling in a little 150? Probably not, because they are very slow. It would take a long time. However, for training, for going out and playing with your buddies, for, you know, just general practicing your takeoffs and landings, a 150 is awesome. I do like it. Now, a lot of you might disagree, which I understand. A lot of people do. I flew a Cessna 150 slant tail, and I flew a Cessna, and this Cessna, which is a straight tail. Me personally have found out that a straight tail actually has a little bit more authority than the slant tail. I've also realized that the straight tail doesn't yaw quite as much as a slant tail. Now, a lot of you might disagree. That's totally fine. Everybody has their own opinions. I understand. I'm just letting you know what I've learned. I am by no means a CFI or a trainer of any type. I'm just kind of giving you guys the knowledge that I have. So, let me see what else. I'm trying to answer the questions that have already been asked. And then if you guys leave more questions in the bottom in the comments, I'll either do another video and answer questions, or I can respond to them. So anyway, I think for me, when I'm done with this, I get it up for sale and I sell it. I think that I'm going to be looking more along the lines of more of a bush plane. I'm more of a guy that likes to go out and have fun in the bushes, and I would like to go play with a bunch of other people, you know, just go out and do a lot of off-field. I have had a Kit Fox. I had a Kit Fox 2 model my father and I built, and I will post the link to that video down below. Unfortunately, due to circumstances and us getting ready to move and stuff, my dad and I had to sell that. When we picked this airplane up, this was a barn find, but this airplane was also sitting on the ramp for 5 years, untouched. Out of annual. It needed a tire. It needed stuff. It needed some TLC. Let's leave it at that. So we purchased it, and we tore it all down, and we did a compression check, and we noticed that the compression check was actually really good. We were getting between 78 and 80 over 80 on all 4 cylinders. We're kind of baffled with how one cylinder right now has no compression really, but yet the engine runs smooth as glass, fires right up. It still produces 2350 RPM. Granted, that's not full RPM. I would not fly it like this. It is grounded, obviously. So we are going to get it fixed. We spent like over $1,000 for a brand new Millennium cylinder. It came with pretty much everything we need to replace it. Because I work full time, it's hard. I'm pulling 10, 15 hours a day, sometimes 5 days a week. By the time the weekend hits, I'm just so drained. I'm a contractor. I work, I drive truck, I run heavy equipment, construction worker, not contractor, sorry. But by the end of my work week, I am so tired. And unfortunately, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but this is a father-son deal, and my dad ended up getting really sick. And I'm not going to go into detail. It's, that's kind of a personal thing, but since then he's been limited to what he can do. He's been limited to being able to drive back and forth, and so I just really haven't had the enthusiasm to come out and do the work. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Things are going to start changing a little bit. Going through that divorce and trying to get settled, starting kind of a new life, trying to get things on track. The airplane thing kind of just fell a little bit on the back burner. However, the annual has only been expired on this thing for about 3 months. And obviously I'm not going to shoot to get an annual done when I have stuff that I'm getting done to it. So we're going to get it done. I'm ready, excited to see how this thing's going to look when it's done, when I'm fully finished. I'm excited to take it for its test flight. This is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. So I hope you all like this. If you guys, again, have any other questions about the little 150 or anything, really, just shoot them down in the comments. I'll try and get to them as quick as I can, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. We're going to go ahead and bomb back home. I got some other things to do at the house, get on the computer, videos to edit, all that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you like what you're seeing, please let me know and join me on the next one. Take care. All right, throttle in.